Aim for the flat top. All right. Let's see. Looks like the stream is queuing up here. Though it says for 0. Oh, nope. There goes the counter. This is the Den here with Captain Den and the crew. Which does the crew still want to be anonymous, or does the crew actually care anymore because they're already so famous?
Go by character names, baby. That's what we're here for.
All right, that definitely is
My
the
name's
way to do
Crumb.
it. That is your name in real life is Crumb. All right.
And if you
Well,
spell it backwards, it's Merc.
hey, that should have been your last name, Crumb Merc.
That's oxymoronic.
Oh my God. All right, so we're going to kick off the stream tonight. So we have the crew here. It looks like we have a full house. So quick recap. Basically the verbal jousting between Inaro, the Glass Staff, and Sildar, his longtime friend, continued into the next day as the party woke up and tried to figure out what other things they need to do and how to find out where this Kragmar Keep is, where Gunrich, the dwarf, is supposedly been kidnapped and taken to because he knows the location of the Wave Echo mine where everybody is trying to find. It seems like Inaro, the Glass Staff, was part of their crew. He was their research division, and as it appears to some that he is overly involved in his research and really doesn't care about anything else, and the other faction believes that he's just a complete total douche. Then we also have Sildar, who's their warrior, who is concerned and even brought up to Jet that he has never seen his friend that obsessed in anything before as what they saw and the tale they spun of what happened in Faldalen and what happened with the Red Brands. Was it negligence? Is it some crazy plan? Is Inaro Glassstaff, is he actually, that devious, or is he just a half-cracked wizard of the Golden Strand that has feverish brain to solve this mystery, and it's driving him maybe to the brink of madness? Who knows? But trying to find leads on where this Kragmar Keep was, they found that there is a druid that lives off in the area of Thunder Tree, which is over here by the river, which is at least like almost a week's travel through the forest. And they also learned from Sister who?
Grael?
Gorilla? Yeah. I think close enough on the pronunciation. And
Ariel, right?
Gariel. Yeah, I think that was it. I'm really horrible at other people's pronunciations but my own. She is a Gariel. Garaele. Garael. I don't know. It's weird. Some guy probably at Wizards of the Coast was totally drunk when he was making these names up. She's a young elf, probably at the end of her adolescence, not yet fully into, out of young adulthood. And she never got the full story of how she came to Valdalin, but she is very bent on trying to connect with the source, and her patron saint is Saint Telos, and so she is also enamored by Sir Crumb, Paladin of Saint Telos as well, because he has already tapped that power. But time is of the essence, and the party needed to move on quickly. She informed them of an old town to the northeast, Conanberry, where somewhere in around that lives a old ancient elven banshee named Agatha. Rumors that she heard from the past, and that Agatha has been in this region for several centuries, and if anybody probably knew where Kragmar Keep was, she would know. She hears all things through the forest and the spirit world. But she also asked that that they ask her Agatha a question where she's looking for a book, Illuminations of the Source, or Illuminations of the First, which is a book chronicling how Saint Helos made his connections to the Source and became the first saint to ascend. And she's hoping through that illuminated text that would bring her closer to Saint Helos, and that she could also channel his divine power and help the town of Faldalin like Sir Crumb. She's given you a family heirloom, which is a ancient silver elven brush that has elven script on it, and uh, somebody's got a little hiss on somebody there. Somebody do a mic check. Check.
Right, check.
That was it. Whoever just did something.
Check.
And being at once probably, as legend says, because she's too scared to actually go meet with Agatha herself, that she was once a beautiful elven maiden, that somehow something horrible turned her into this spirit that still lingers here in Highhelm and did not go back with the Source. And then, because I blew it and didn't have the stream on, we did a little impromptu play where Darius decided that he wanted to have a little traveling music as they were continuing their adventures, and went and bought a lute, which everything here up in Valdalin, because it's so far from everything, is quite overpriced, but he did get a little bit of a discount for a nice lute and or mandolin. We haven't fully decided yet. And he put on a quick 3 minutes performance. Was some of the most beautiful music that any of these young adventurers have ever heard. He obviously has a natural talent, since he rolled a natural 20 on his performance check, as you guys can see in the chat right here. Wham, right over there. Natural 20. On command. That's how he rolls. And so, you're all provisioned up. Sildar paid for all your provisions to get filled up, as far as you have full day tens of rations. Everybody who you were given, he got you 2 extra healing potions on top of what you already have. So let's go ahead and do a introduction of the players tonight, and also let me know if you have a healing potion or not, so we know that they're properly tracked. So we'll start off with the de facto leader and possibly soon to be bard, Darius Goldenfield.
Darius Goldenfield, the noble halfling from around Ashlow, a young adventurer on his first mission, and music aficionado. And I do have 1 healing potion.
Excellent. Let's move on to his counterpart. I would be as almost as their brothers in the skill, Jetsam.
Jetsam Jet Tremontaine, seafaring corsair, smuggler looking to drop anchor and find his fortune on dry land.
Do you have a healing potion?
And yes, I do have a healing potion. I took one of them that we were given.
Excellent. Next, we'll move
since mine had been given to the insect.
To the insect. We'll come to that in a few moments. Next, we come to the exultant paladin of Saint Helos himself, Sir Crumb.
Crumb. Special because I'm a tiefling and I have giant horns and a giant hammer and a heavy shield, and I manage them all at once, looking good while I do it.
Do you have a healing potion, my friend?
Crumb does. He does. I have 1.
Okay, excellent. So far, it seems like everybody in the party is pretty well provisioned. Next, we'll move into our masters of feet and hand and of the elusive ways, Obergrand.
Bridgegrond, half orc, monk and master of the martial arts, I do have 2 healing potions because I like to mix it up in the course of restoring all order and light to the source.
Boom! Wow, he has 2. And then we'll move on to our Neo Glass staff. As last week, Inaro relinquished his glass staff to prove to the Master Wizard Valfred that he really doesn't care about anything but finding the mind, and if he needs a staff to feel more important to get the job done, he take his staff. And so now we have Valfred the Fair.
Valfred the Fair could be the glass staff. We are yet to find out. But as this half-elf wizard of the Golden Strand is going to do his best to make glass staff pay for his ill and machinations of the town of Thaldalin. Hopefully the glass staff, after I've been in charge of it for a while, may actually come with some good reputation. So that being said, I have no healing potions because I gave mine to the other glass staff. And I am looking for one if anyone's got one to spare.
If we find out the glass staff is your like long lost uncle, we're gonna have to have words. So just telling you right now. But even with that, I give you one of my healing potions. So you now have one.
Consider yourself a brother of mine, always and ever, uncle or not.
Okay, and am I assuming that you are wielding this glass staff out in hand?
At the moment, I am not. I haven't had time to actually properly identify it to be absolutely sure there's no other enchantments on it that I'm not aware of. But if I find use for it, I may use it.
Well, I should tell you that you should probably check your character sheet, and as in D&D, there are certain things that require for you to bond or attune yourself to. And you did acquire the staff, I believe, the night before. Is that correct?
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
yes.
it was the previous session.
Was it
Yeah, I
just
did
the
that.
previous session, or
I was
it was this? I thought it was a session before that one.
Well,
Well,
the
it was
session
the
before
session
that.
before last, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you know, we didn't really go into depth about it because I think one of the weeks you were out. And
Last week, yeah.
So you could, had time to cast Identify on it. You could eat that carp and pull out that prism, and identify it. And I can give you that information if you so desire right now.
Yeah, well, actually, if I was gonna do a ritual identify.
Right. Exactly.
To both identify the staff, and I believe I found a scroll.
Oh, the scroll
in
you
the market chamber.
the scroll you don't need to identify. You can, if you can understand it, you can just basically read the header, and then you get
Okay.
it. And then if you don't have the spell and you can use it, then you can take the time, and it's 50 gold per level, and you have to have that includes like the materials and the ink and the pen and all that stuff, and then you can transcribe that from the scroll into your book.
Got it. Well, I would have taken that time at the same evening.
Okay.
Of identifying, so if I could.
So, do you care if everybody knows what the staff properties are? Or do you want me to keep it secret?
Probably best everyone knows what the glass staff was wielding.
All right, so just to keep it going, so the glass staff, what he was wielding was basically it's a staff of defense. And overnight you were able to bond with it. It holds 10 charges that can fuel the spells that are stored within the staff. And when you have the staff in your hand, for 1 charge you can cast Mage Armor, and then which lasts 8 hours, and then for 2 charges you can cast Shield. No components required. And also you can whack somebody upside the head with it for it being like a quarterstaff. And then,
Not gonna make him evil though, right?
well, he doesn't
We'll
know
find
that.
out.
Yeah, that was not revealed, but maybe he already is evil. Who knows? And while holding the staff, you also get a +1 bonus to your armor class. But this one is made of like some type of glass or crystal, and it has like, kind of a semi-smoky, clear kind of look to it. But it looks like it could be brittle, but it definitely is not. And that is currently now on your character sheet. And set. And then also on your character sheet, there's a item that's on there called Mage Armor. And whenever you cast your Mage Armor, you can click on that and it will make your armor class effectively what it is when you have your Mage Armor on. So now you don't have to memorize Mage Armor anymore because you currently have a staff that will allow you to cast Mage Armor for only one charge.
Okay, perfect.
All
Can we
right.
recharge the staff?
Huh?
Can
Yeah.
he recharge the staff or no?
It recharges 1d6 plus 1 charges at the end of every night.
Oh, sweet.
So basically, Inaro didn't get a chance to use it that heavily in the day that you guys had your tuffle, and so it pretty much had 2 days to fully charge up by the time Valfred got his hands and was able to utilize it.
Don't worry, we'll warn you for getting douchey like the real glass staff.
Yeah.
Please do.
Okay, and then you said that you looked at the scroll. So. Okay, and so that scroll that he had, I did not tell you what it was already, huh?
No, I wrote it down as from the Nothic, but we never took a rest to actually have me
Okay.
given a chance to check it out.
There were 2 scroll cases, right? I've got 2 written down.
That's true. Sometimes we get lost in the role playing and we forget. We forget
It's
what
possible.
it is. Okay, well, let me go back and take a look. All right, that out, and then there's we're from the Gnostic, right?
Yeah.
All right, so there is
Are we done with the introductions?
Oh, and Ymir, I'm sorry, we totally forgot about you because we got talking about magic items. So, and then last but not least,
I don't know about that now.
we have our great paladin of Saint Augustine, almost considered a dwarven berserker at this point. Now that he has sworn the oath of vengeance, and take it away, man. Sorry.
Ymir Woodguard, and I am bringing light to those in the dark, starting with my goblin friend Harv.
I want some cheese. That's hard.
Okay. I want to know, can you bring light to people that are in a black hole?
No, light can't escape black holes. I just
Okay, just check on the
No,
power
no.
of your deity.
Well, I mean, if the deity wanted to do it, I bet the deity could.
Harv bends over. Here, look, Goldbridge. I can make light out of my black hole. Are you gonna look?
Ew.
Do it. You're its master. Look at it. Check it
No,
out.
he didn't want to do it to his master. He was doing it to you.
Okay, I'll look.
No, and then he farts on you.
I like Harv.
You
Okay,
know.
I
and,
laugh.
and he laughs. And it just smells like bad cheese. What else can there be? That's all he seems to be eating nowadays is cheese.
I'm just glad he's on the north, man. He's small. He can't make that much stink.
That's true. Because if you did it to him, it'd probably kill him. All right, so now we move on, and so we have some business. We have Darius, who got his cool loot, he seems to be a master performer already, and then we have the glass staff that Valfred is now identified and seems to be a very useful, but yet very defensive item. Not really like something a wizard of destruction would carry. More of somebody who just doesn't want to get his ass kicked all the time. Maybe that clears some stuff up for people.
And that sword I have is fully identified, right?
Well, you got an idea what it does, but nobody has waved their hoochie moochie magic over it.
I wasn't quite sure. I mean, I did listen to the stream last week, but I wasn't quite sure if there was any.
It seems to be It's not rusted. There's no rust. It's in perfect condition. There's no notches on it, and it is incredibly finely made. So you're understanding that it probably has some type of magic if it's been sitting down there that long and yet doesn't have any rust or damage on it, that it's at least some type of magical weapon. Whether it shoots lightning bolts or you can throw it to the sky and it'll go off and fight on its own, you have no idea. Nobody's taken the time to identify it. But something to ask for somebody to do on the road. But I don't think you're wielding it as your primary weapon yet.
Because I don't know what it does.
Yeah, that's true. Well, who cares? It's a good weapon. And St. Augustine used a sword. What? Maybe it was meant to be. Okay, so Valfred, when you were kind of trying to identify the scroll, it seems to be kind of like you can make a Arcana check, please. All right, pretty awesome. So you look it over, and it appears to be a spell of augury, which in the divination, which seems to be right up your alley.
Right.
So it allows you to read and possibly throw the bones and see some glimpse into the future. So that was one of the scroll tubes. And I'm looking for the other. I don't think there was a... I don't think there was another scroll. I think there was another potion. No, I take that back.
I've got 2 scroll cases.
You're right.
there's also
Nope. I am right. So make 2 more Arcana checks.
Or one more.
No, there's actually a third scroll,
3?
actually.
Oh, okay. I'll make 2 more. Take that.
Okay, well, actually, first, I'll tell you, 2 of the scrolls were found in Inaro's chest. With his accoutrements. And, there was actually some money in his chest. Did you guys like to steal all his money? Because you guys did kind of loot the place before you moved out of the hideout.
We did.
I don't know.
I didn't take everything from the chest, but Darius was actually with me, and I believe after I took his robes.
All the stuff, yeah. So I'll give you guys a chance
the
now. Retro. I'm assuming because you guys had so much angst for him that you guys probably looted his chest. But did you return it the next day?
The only thing I gave him back was his robes.
Right, Darius.
After he attacked us and ran off, man, we would have looted that chest.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, but would
pretty
you
much
have
get
given it back after the
Oh,
once
no.
we
Oh,
found
no.
out?
No,
Oh,
the
no,
only thing we
we
gave
still
back
don't
was,
like it, man.
Well,
the
that's
only
not.
thing we gave him back was his robes.
Yeah, that's not a very lawful thing to do, but hey.
We still think he's a rogue wizard, man. It's very lawful. Like we
Well,
think
of
he's
course.
an
I
enemy
mean,
of the source.
anytime you want to, anytime you want to spin the narrative in your direction, anybody can be evil or a lawbreaker. But
Well,
in
we feel
your,
we're on the side of the law, and he
and
looks like he's a rogue wizard.
okay, so
Yeah, but we're working with him now. That's the thing. We're working together.
right.
We're working with Inaro.
Yeah,
I still want to undermine Inaro. Why are you working with him?
because he's helping us find the Cragmar Keep. Because he's
Well,
Sildar's buddy.
That
Okay,
doesn't mean
so
we're working with him.
well, okay,
We're
well,
using
all
him.
right. You weren't actually at the table with what actually went down, except for Jet, how I recall it. So
Correct.
you actually, the only thing that you've been told when we came out was that we have information on where uh, the dwarf Gundrich is, and that we have come to an understanding with Lenaro on finding Gundrich and him making amends as best he can with the town as a favor to, as a good faith favor to us, the party, for all the ills that we had to deal with his poor management of the Red Brands. So, in terms of actually working with him, yes. Working for him is not a foregone conclusion, and I don't think anyone other than myself and maybe Jet kind of know how that went down.
So do you explain that to us when you come out for the meeting with him?
I think I would have at least told you that I got out of Lenaro what I had wanted to get out of him, and I was satisfied to the point.
Yeah, I think we would have explained the situation to everybody.
If you want to work with the devil, that's your choice. I will not work with the devil. He ordered your deaths. You're my brothers. I keep it very
Absolutely.
simple.
And that's why
I
I'm
will
not saying
I will
that,
not work with the devil.
That's why I'm not saying that I am working for him, because I still take offense to the Golden Strand member actually turning against another Golden Strand. So, but my goal is still to find Gundrich, and to that end, I cannot kill him and or banish him from his own duties right now, because we're kind of in parallel in our goals.
Will support you all as bringing him to justice with the Golden Strand, but I will not work with him, advance any of his own aims. He ordered your deaths. I could have watched you die in front of me as my brothers, and I will not support anyone that
No,
would have
absolutely.
ordered your death.
You know, our directive is still the Academy's goal of finding Gundrich. It just so happens that we found another Golden Strand member along the way. But in all honesty, if I was to actually roleplay this with you right now, I would say, no, I did not return his book, and no, I haven't returned his scroll case that I have found, but I did not take any other of his possessions other than what he's given me. And in my thinking is I've disarmed him of something that he cherishes, and that's for me enough at the moment.
So let us make haste to find Gundrich. That is our true order, and that I will support.
Absolutely. So as long as we know where we stand, our goal is still to find Gundrich and fulfill our quest. And everything
Now,
else
one of the things
after that is, oh, believe me, once I get back to the Academy, they will get the tower will get a full accounting of what has transpired at Valdalin. So
Harv says,
hopefully,
if we're still all alive.
We'll be
That is
alive,
true.
Harv, believe me.
Harv, if anyone's going to stay alive through all of this, I believe you will be alive.
Oh, no doubt.
cockroaches are like that.
And he kind of like is like showing his muscles. It's all the cheese. And then as he looks back at Jet, you just see him flip up 2 fingers. And I'm fast, very fast. And while you guys are doing this, you're kind of retroing, but you guys have already not burning any of the day debating
Yeah.
this in the middle of town. As you can see,
Right.
all on the map you're on, you're slowly walking down a path. You guys like that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Is that a treadmill map?
Is that kind of cool or what?
That is.
It is.
Badass. I like
You
it.
got to pay a monthly fee to use that service.
Probably.
I don't see anything.
Oh. Why are you always all messed up, Darius?
Because I'm the only one that can see can't see in the dark.
But it's not.
What's light?
It's daytime. Let me see.
It's
Maybe
all dark for me.
Are you evil? You can't see the light?
Yeah, I think that's
Apparently.
probably it. Let me see. Maybe
It's the opposite day.
I'm gonna put it.
You know,
how about now?
One thing I've got in my notes,
What do you got in your notes?
that we had found a note with a black wax seal of a spider on it that we had found going through Inaro's stuff.
Let's read it.
Did I
Don't remember
hallucinate that?
I don't remember.
I had wrote on my notes that I took. It actually says scroll cases with an S, so that there are probably more than one for sure, as we know that now that there are 3. I also have a Myrna had found a broken seal black wax of a spider.
Oh, okay.
So
That must have been it.
that
Okay.
would have been it.
Interesting. Something to keep
So-
in mind.
Right. No, that's okay. So of the things that I actually took from Lenara was that the other scroll case, which is now 3 in total, his robes, and that is
Did
all.
that
I
help,
took.
Dave? Oh, sorry.
Nope.
Nope, Darius.
But I did write that we did see the 180 silver in a silk pouch, 5 stones, 10 gold pieces each.
Yeah.
2 other stones, 1 pearl. So I definitely wrote those down, but the only ones that I actually wrote down on as to what I actually took were what I would consider the magic items.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But you did take the seal?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
What about now, Darius?
There we go. Yep.
Huh. Interesting. Now it's dark again, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Darius,
Yeah.
is it dark for you?
Nope.
Huh.
Darker.
All good. There is a big circle. There's some darkness at the edges.
Oh yeah.
It's
right.
obviously
that's-
Scroll out.
That's your area of vision. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. But it's funny, I have it set that as to it being daytime, but yet it's not working for you as daytime,
Hmm.
which is weird. But anyhow,
So
so
I
the
rolled
question
a
is,
23.
you rolled a 23. Yeah. Well, the question is, did you give back all the rest of the stuff that was in the contents of the chest to Inaro, or did you take it for party payment or whatever, how Wargil or however you want to say?
Well, I thought Darius was with me, and I could have sworn that when we did this whole
And you guys all went
Inventory.
back and you did fully check everything. So,
right.
uh,
Exactly.
so I mean, so you did get all the contents out of the chest. Now it's just a matter, did you give it back to him or not? There was money and stuff in there too.
I vote we give it back.
Okay, 1 for giving it back,
I say no way.
1 for not.
Compensation for our troubles.
Okay,
Oh, for not.
2 for not.
I'm gonna.
I
go
said
with
not, and I had a reason for that because I believe at the time when we were talking about it, I had made the comment that this should go back to the town.
Yes,
Should go back
I
to the
agree
town.
100%. Yeah.
Okay,
that's-
so 3 not. Any opposed?
Convince me why it should go back to the town.
Because they've been pillaged by the people under, Inaro's control.
So you're
No.
going to give it back to the townspeople?
You know,
Yeah,
you
Robin
know,
Hood, Robin Hood style.
you know what you sound like? You sound like one of the 1%ers there, Robin. You know.
But I want to give back to the little people?
That-
I should sound like the 99%ers.
No, you sound, just like, because I think this is my way, so I'm just going to take it. You know, that's exactly what you sound like. It's like, you know, because your perception, stealing from somebody is right because you're justifying it, though technically it's against the law of taking somebody else's property.
His red brands took that from the town potentially, right? I know he had money basically from the Golden Strand, but his red brands extracted money from the town. We're gonna put it back in the town.
I'm just telling you, you know, that's I mean, that's like me going over to your house and taking your stuff and giving stuff back to your renters because you think that, you know, I think you're charging them too much rent because I'm making my own choices and decisions.
No, that would be different because they signed an agreement to pay a certain amount a month. Those people in the town did not sign an agreement that they were going to get extorted by the red brand.
Well, yeah,
So,
and if
that's
we actually
different.
saw renters tied up and locked in a dungeon, you know, yeah,
Yes.
we
Yeah, you should
we
get
would
that money
probably-
back.
Maybe Robin does that when they don't pay the rent. Okay, anyways, okay,
They
sorry.
got to pay extra for that.
Totally off topic. Okay, I'm just basically what I'm reminding is that anybody who's, you know, considers their character kind of lawful good can't just rationalize easily just taking stuff away without getting the full facts. Now, granted, I do understand your characters are all in their early 20s equivalent and very passionate, but I just don't want you guys also to lose sight of, like, you know, law and order. You know.
Oh, I'm straight up
I'm also-
chaos, man. I'm
Wouldn't
all for
lawful good-
chaos.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
Lawful good want
I'm actually
the
lawful
right to be
neutral,
wrong,
so-
the wrong to be righted.
no, actually, that would be actually more chaotic good. Like, damn it, you know, it doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter, like, if it's the law or not. It's not right, and so you're gonna make it happen. That's chaotic good. Now, lawful good is like, fine, I'll give him the stuff back until I can prove it out in a court of law, and then I'll make him pay recompense. But you wouldn't
That makes sense.
You wouldn't take the law into your own hands if you're lawful good. You'd let because you're not the law. You would let the law handle it. You'd probably maybe give it to the town master or a Sildar because they're the closest thing to the law at the moment.
We have the sheriff in our party.
Yeah, sheriff.
I'm the
Yeah,
sheriff.
he can-
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what do you want to do, Sheriff?
I am the law.
Right. So once again, you know,
It's a fine.
right.
Sheriff, what do you want to do?
Sheriff levies a fine.
No,
Right. Okay. No, but you guys understand what you guys
Oh,
understand.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we
Absolutely.
understand.
That's
but
all. I
we're
just want to
saying-
know that you guys understand, so nobody
Yeah,
gets
we're
nobody
cool.
gets
We're cool.
upset if, like, all of a sudden the law comes down because you killed 13 guys and stole a bunch of stuff from somebody. I don't want you guys to be butthurt that I'm, like, being mean or anything. Okay. So.
No, absolutely. You know, one of my ideals is community, so it's all about being lawful to the community, not to the individual or the man. So
Well, it's
Crumble
still
leaves the property. Crumble believes the property should go back to the owner of the property.
all right. That's my man, Crumb. Thank you, Crumb. But, you know, you're overruled, so you guys kept it all. Or if they did, they didn't tell you. All right, so now I know you got 180 silver, 130 gold. You got 2 gems, Periots, for 10 gold apiece. You have 5 Camerlans or whatever, some other kind of gem that's you got 5 of those worth 15 gold apiece. I may have gave this all to you already.
I don't know. I think so. I have 5 times 15 gold piece gem.
Yeah, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was a pearl for 100 gold. I may have gave this
Right.
all to you already.
I didn't write that
Yeah.
down.
Okay, yeah, there's
that's what I got
Yeah.
too.
and then so you make it. I'll just give you both since we burned so much time on that. There's a scroll of charm person, and a scroll of. It's hard for you to understand, but you rolled so well. It's a scroll of fireball.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yo.
Oh crap! Yeah, I'm sorry, you're not getting that back. I figured that was the case when you found out it was a scroll fireball in there. So
We should let Harv wield that. He's
Yeah.
worthy.
what, a scroll of fireball? You can't even.
Yeah,
read it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to
Depends
see
on
what
the type of
happens.
magic. Depends on the type of magic.
I can't read that. All right. So decisions made. Still just says that everybody is like still darkness. It's weird. Okay.
Yeah, I see fine.
All right. So, and then you've decided that you are going to move across I'm going to switch back to the other map really quick.
That's weird. Everybody else disappeared. Only see me.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with you, Dave. I'm sorry, Darius.
Oh, they're back.
Yeah, it's like everything is permanent night, for you. I don't know why. It's crazy.
Your
You
playing
know-
was really bad. We had to abandon you.
Yeah.
Anyways, no big deal. Okay, so we're moving back to the other map. Okay, so to your best guess and best reckoning of East, you've decided that you're going to go through this forest and not take the road, which is supposedly infinitely more dangerous. And
Infinitely.
yep, infinitely.
Crikey.
So by just cutting straight across, based upon the map that Inaro the Glass Staff helped you guys make and gave you, it's about 60 miles if you do a straight shot. It was like double that if you didn't. But there was no roads. And I think was there some rolls last week or no? Oh, we'll just start over with some rolls. So Harv's like, I'm not too bad outside, but I don't know if you guys trust me. And he looks over at Jet. Maybe he thinks I'm gonna lead you into a goblin trap.
No, I trust you not to betray your precious master. Plus, I've got navigation tools and I can check it. I know which way we're going, so
Okay, so you
I'm
want
fine
to?
if he knows the way.
You
or
can make
claims to know the
a.
way.
You can. Are you gonna? You want to like? Are you gonna try to get a read off him?
Oh, off of whether he's no, I'll trust him.
Okay.
Aw, look, they're gonna have a friendship soon.
Mhm.
All right. So no, probably not.
Bringing him close so we can kill him.
Yeah, pretty much. It's probably more the case.
Well,
So-
Get a
let's get
shovel's length
was-
away from him.
I was like, I don't see any shovels around.
Not bad. Harv's like, okay, it's morning now. It comes into the east, and the wind's blowing that way, and then okay, this way, guys. And he starts kind of like heading you guys off in that direction. And Jet, do you want to make a survival roll to see if it matches up to what you think?
Yeah, I don't. Well.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. You're pretty
Nope.
sure he's going in the wrong direction, man. You're not too sure about this, but
Well, it's also land, and it's not my backyard, so.
that's also true. Okay, and so you start marching down the road, and let's see here. All right, so pretty much it seems like Harv is on the right path, and you're not having any difficulty going around. He hasn't, had you guys walk off a ravine or anything crazy like that. And so there you go. We'll activate that back up. And he seems to be doing a halfway decent job.
So is he heading up front?
Yeah, he's gonna be like,
Or
he'll be moving up front a little bit. And go ahead and you guys should be able to move yourselves. Go ahead and place yourself in whatever order you want to be in.
Yep.
Darius, can you move your token? Okay. And the woods here is they're like evergreens and it's fairly dense. Your Harv was able to find like a hunter's path that led off to the northeast, and the weather seems to be a little overcast, but not too hot. You know, not rainy, not cloudy. Like you had some bad weathers in a few days previous, and basically after several hours, around lunchtime, everything seems to be, just fine. You guys pull over for a quick bite, I assume.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sounds good.
Any topics of conversations while you guys are on the road?
Pull up my sword. Does anyone have a chance to help me figure out if I use this, what anything will go wrong?
Oh, well,
You could drop
yeah,
it.
we can spend some time there, Ymir.
You
Let me
wanna
have
take a
it
look
for.
at this?
Do swords
Uh,
backfire?
You never know.
You never know.
Swords. I've heard of swords that do very many a mystical things. Backfire may be an unheard of thing at the moment by me, but
How long would you need
I
it
wouldn't
for?
put it away. I would need it for, let's say, 10 to 15 minutes.
All right, I hand it over.
Or actually, I'm sorry, Dennis. Ritual casting's an hour, is it not?
Depends on spell, believe it or not.
Oh.
I mean, if you click on it and drop it in the chat, we'll take a look.
Let's find it.
Let him corrupt your sword. He's been hanging out with the glass staff.
On the average, it's usually 10 minutes. But I think identifies if that's what you're going to use may have a longer casting time.
How come I can't cast it to VTT? Sorry, I'm not finding the casting it to VTT is not there anymore.
Yeah, have you resynced them up?
I've been rolling dice. I would hope so.
Select your token.
Maybe. Nope, it's already selected. Maybe it has to be prepared.
Let me move you to another map. Maybe that map is the problem. That is definitely a test map. All right, now you've all been shifted to yet a new map. Everybody can see okay, Darius?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So now you guys are breaking from lunch.
All right. Yeah, no, it's not there.
Let's see if I could do it from here. There you go. Hey, look, you got a pearl worth 100 gold pieces. Imagine that. Exactly what you needed for the spell. And you have your staff, so you don't need the owl feather because it's consumed. And it will take 10 minutes to do. Because it's 10 times usually the casting of the spell, and the spell takes 1 minute, and so
Right.
maybe 10 minutes, so or something close to that. So there you go.
All right, if I could.
All right, so as everybody's eating lunch and you break out your book and thumb through a bunch of different pages, and you notice that there was some other pages in there that you that were a little bit farther back in the sections after a couple blank pages, and then you just see like written in, let's see, what languages do you know? You know Draconic?
I know Celestial.
So written in Celestial, it says, "Enjoy the additional learning. I know you'll do well." And then there's a V, underneath one of the other scripts of one of the other pages. And there's a bunch of other pages so you can keep your spells kind of in order of level of power. That he put some of those things a little bit farther back, and you start, pulling out, the pearl, which you just realize I didn't have a pearl before. And it's a 100 gold piece pearl, man. You thought that but it wasn't. I don't think it was on your sheet. So, because, but how fortuitous that you'll just have to use a Naro's pearl then. It's a good thing you kept it on you. And you put the sword down. I assume Ymir pulls out this beautiful looking long sword. Even the leather on the grip has not deteriorated, and you know that this knight who wielded this sword was at least from a couple 100 years ago, maybe. And you lay it down there, and you go into a trance, and you start seeing images of a knight in kind of grayish, blackish armor, wearing, the insignia of the Knights of Thrawn, which is a large hawk clutching a flaming sword in its grasp as it's kind of flying down. And you can see for a moment, him fighting in battle and chopping an orc's arm off. And then you see a dwarf handing him the sword, on one knee, and he takes it and holds it to the sky. And then it goes back, and you see several dwarves surrounding this mine. And, they're saying things that you don't quite understand. You can see them banging into the metal, and they're putting in etchings. If they're looking at a drawing of the etchings, and they're etching it in there as they're hammering it in there. And you see somebody with like a very light purplish robes with a very familiar symbol that you kind of see on it. And you can kind of see that he's raising his hands up, and he's obviously casting some kind of spell. And you could just see bolts of energy shoot from his fingertips into the sword as you see the dwarves banging into it. And it just has this brilliant sheen now to the sword, and the metal looks almost silvered and almost perfect. You can't see any flaws as your eyes kind of clear and you look down and you see the blade before you. Though you do not detect any direct presence or advanced magical power into the sword, you know that it is a very well crafted silvered +1 sword.
There you
Nice.
go. Awesome.
thinking.
It is wielded with pride.
I will. Thank
For
you.
my visions, I feel this sword has had an illustrious past, and someone of your stature will do well to take care of this sword. For I believe it is
will.
infused with not only the power of the saints, but maybe has history with the Knights of Thrawn of this land.
Oh, thank you.
I'll hand it back to you.
And I believe it's already on your sheet, correct?
It is. And as I say thank you, I am slightly giving your glass staff the side eye.
Right. I have it under control.
People are paranoid.
Yes, yeah,
but...
sure. Yes.
Oops, Valfred, you just rolled a 1.
Did I?
No, sorry.
Didn't even.
All right, so everybody was kind of impressive, when he was doing this and doing the ritual. He was muttering in languages that you don't necessarily understand, or maybe some people do. There you go. Anybody who could understand what he was saying, that was kind of the gist of it all. And his eyes got all... Your color, your magic is what color again? Was it light blue or... Oh, he's muted. And, his eyes glowed the color of the magic that he usually casts. And, and the sword actually even levitated for a few seconds. It was kind of impressive to watch. And you already know the history of what you were told of the blade, right?
Yeah. I'm actually pretty excited.
So, while everybody was watching this, Harv was just sitting there munching on a piece of cheese, watching a movie, because it was so exciting to him. And why don't everybody roll a perception roll?
Deception roll?
Perception roll.
Oh, perception.
You can roll a deception roll too if you want.
Oh, I don't perceive shit.
Nope.
Oh.
Wow, we got some.
Ow. Oh, Valford for the win.
What did I not step in?
I mean, go ahead and make a perception or performance roll as well. Why not?
All of us or just him?
No, just him. Just do you try to make it showy, or this actually is kind of like your character. I mean, are you just full nuts and bolts about it, and just rhythmically went through the spell as it was meant to be, or did you try to make it impressive for them because everybody was sitting around there watching you do it? I mean, in the middle of the forest.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, we're all taking a break, so why not? Let's show them what spell casting can be like.
All right, so go ahead and make a performance roll. Ooh, good roll right at the end there, and it was a show. I mean, and what color is your magic? Is it a light blue? I can't remember.
Yeah, I believe it was a light blue.
Okay, so his eyes were glowing like this light blue, and light blue tendrils were wrapping out of his fingertips, and wrapping around the sword with all this information, and he was kind of muttering under it and speaking in celestial, and everybody's just riveted by the performance and the display of magic. And you're you get done, and you're and you give the description, you're end scene. And everybody was just yeah, they're all bewildered. And then you're thank you, kind of looking back, taking the adorations of your party adventures. And out of the corner of your eye, Valfred, you see tiptoeing, which is quite ludicrous for a creature of that size, tiptoeing from behind you, closing in on your position. You catch it just at the last second and see that. I probably think most of you actually could probably don't notice it yet, though Valfred notices out of the corner of his eye.
I will stand and say, Is it actually? Do I notice that menacingly tiptoeing towards us, or just sneakingly tiptoeing towards us? Is that something that I would know, or if I don't know, I'm just gonna raise the alarm?
Holy crap. Yeah, you just barely saw it out of the corner of your eye.
And
You
then I
can
will.
you can make a since you catch it. I'll give you a free action if you want to make a. You can either go perception or you can kind of go with. Um, you can kind of go for an insight to see what the intent is. So pick both are they're both going to read two different ways. You
Okay,
know,
it's an insight.
it
I'll
can
do an
be.
insight.
You know. Okay, go for it. Roll it. Damn, that was almost a 16.
I know.
So, he's not making any noise, and you just luckily you audibly caught him, but he's just sitting there and he has like over his shoulder, one arm, he has this huge wooden club, and he's just like tinkering up, and he sees you turn around, and he just puts his big fat finger to his lips, and he's like, shh.
I will not yell an alert, but I will stand and point and go, "What is that?"
Can you see what it is? What do you think it is?
Uh,
Well, since we can see what rolled its stealth check.
God dang it. You know, I'm going to have to start hiding that shit. Yeah, that sucks, doesn't it? Well, you can roleplay it. Come on.
well, I'm roleplaying it.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
just
don't hurt
roleplaying,
me, Jet. Don't hurt me, Jet. Come on. Yeah, that's
I
fine.
am.
That gets me
I'll
every
stand
time.
up and point at and like inquisitively ask, "What is that? What is that?"
And then everybody can. Well, yeah, I mean, it's like he's in plain sight. So you guys all turn and see a large creature that seems to be like almost 8.5 feet tall. You know, large, obese, but with big muscles, with a giant club arched on his shoulder, and was tippy-toeing in your direction, but then stopped and looks like I just got caught.
This isn't where I parked my car.
Yeah. Well, what?
Don't mind me. I'm just picking up this soccer ball here.
Now, I'm not necessarily saying that this is in combat, but since you guys are mostly a fair amount of murder hobos, I might as well give you the opportunity to kill him before he gets a chance to say anything. So I'll go ahead and do that.
We have an opportunity to kill him.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on him. And see what he's
You never know.
doing.
Maybe Obergond is like gonna get the drop on everybody
Yeah,
on
that's.
initiative and just go over there and just fucking wail on him and kill him. I mean, that's always that.
I'm waiting for a righteous dwarf to go raging at him,
Also as
imagining
well.
some slight against it.
That is also very true. Okay, remember.
Yep, what?
Was that?
No, go ahead.
No. What were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, is he threatening, or is he just like?
Well,
standing-
we're at that point. None of you guys gotten a good look, only because Valfred shouted. Did you guys actually even notice him? Because Valfred was performing his magic right here in the middle of all of you, and you guys were all intently watching. And he just happened to catch it, and then he stands up and he's like, "What is that?" And so remember now, everybody, to click on your token and then go ahead and make your God. This is like the most dexterous, like giant ogre of all time. He seems to be super fast. He seems to be super sneaky. Maybe he's not even an ogre. Wow. This is going well.
What kind of roll do you want us to make? A dex roll?
No, it's an initiative roll, man.
Okay.
Hey, so everybody got their initiative then this time. Perfect. Wow, well, a little surprising, but, you know, it looks like Sir Crumb is going to be the first one to go. So, not that we're necessarily like in direct combat or anything like that, but you definitely get the first action to do something.
So I'm gonna walk out with my hammer out, and that way he can see me. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put my hammer back away where he can see it to show that I'm not being aggressive.
Okay, well, you can move your complement of movement, which is 6. All right, and then, all right. So you're basically going in a. One more time, can you tell me what exactly you're doing?
So I walk over with my hammer out,
Right.
and then as soon as I get to right in front of him, so he has a clear line of sight of me, I show him that I put my hammer away.
Okay. All right.
I disarm.
Man, he is one big scary dude. But you
And I
know,
showed no fear.
and you show no fear. Okay. That's your turn. Moving on. Over Trump.
There's a murder hobo.
Did we lose Robin? Oh, and I said his name.
No, you didn't. I didn't. Was waiting for you to call on me, man.
Oh, your music's on, dude, and you're glowing.
For some, I can't hear the music for some reason. So sorry about that.
Really? Okay, let me look at that. Okay.
He may have it turned down on his end.
No, I may have it turned down on one of my. Huh.
All right.
Yeah.
So either way, I'm gonna hold any action. Basically, if I see an aggressive move towards me or anyone in the party, then I will respond in kind with a strike.
Okay, well, currently in your direction, you know, you can barely see him because you have that tree in the way.
Yep.
And as a strike, you mean you're going to try to throw something?
Yeah.
Or are you going to wait for something to engage you in melee?
Actually, I'll wait to engage something to engage me in melee.
Okay. All right. So he stops and freezes and shifts over and kind of like looks like he's standing incredibly mega still. Like maybe if I don't move, they won't see me in plain sight. Harv. Hey, Harv comes around. Oh! Big one, boss? You want me to put 2 in his eyes?
Let's wait. Let's follow Crumb's lead on this one.
Okay. Moves on to you, Ymir. What are you going to do?
I'm going to move. 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to stand. I got one more spot. I move right there. And I'm just going to stand next to Crumb. Not in a aggressive pose, but I'm just watching.
Any weapons pulled?
Nope.
You guys got some balls, man. Darius.
I'm gonna hide in this bush.
All right. Go and roll your stealth.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
I will have my bow out and ready to shoot him if he attacks anybody.
So you have an arrow knocked.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Whoops. See, that's some.
Booster.
I think I am gonna follow Master Darius's lead.
Yeah, let's hide in the bush together.
I'm gonna go into a different bush.
Oh.
So I'm gonna hide in this bush. And
Bonus action hide. Okay.
16. And I am going to take out my bow and hold an action if he makes any aggressive moves.
All right.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Alfred.
All right, so I'm going to take a step forward, and I'm going to address him in common and say, "You there? What are you doing over there? What brings you towards us like that?" And I won't be demanding. I'm not going to try to intimidate him. I'm just going to try to talk to him in standard common.
Okay, that'd be persuasion.
Okay.
If you're gonna come at him softly. See how you get your point across.
No.
No, it's not horrible.
No, but it was almost.
Okay. And then any ready to action? Sorry. Alfred, any ready action?
We lose him?
Sorry. No. No, I'm not gonna. Actually, I'll take that back. If he starts charging, I am going to take my full move and stand by Harv.
Okay, so don't know.
Can I do a dash that way, or?
Yeah, I don't think you
Okay.
could use a move action.
Well, not a move, but to use it as an action to
Yeah.
dash.
I don't know. I thought usually it's like you could ready an attack or ready like a missile.
Or I just evade if he.
Yeah,
I can
okay.
evade,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely I'll let
Okay,
you
yeah.
do that, yeah. Yeah, so you get disadvantage. Okay. Crumb.
Crumb is going to hop up on the rock, and then take a bow and say, "My name is Crumb. Who are you?" Even though he probably doesn't understand me. But I
Okay.
kind of do a nice graceful bow on the rock.
Cool. Why don't we have you make it's a good charisma based skill. Persuasion, why not? Make a persuasion roll. So, your courtesan abilities aren't the greatest, and your voice kind of comes out a little bit gravelly. But, you're not threatening him. And, okay, we'll see what he does when it's his turn. Overage Grand. Seems like the entire group felt really offended that I called them all murder hobos and are going super cautious on this one. It may cost them all their lives, so I don't know.
Oh, he's on mute. Eric, Obridge, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry about that. So I just stay ready for the attack, but I do nothing. I just chill.
Okay. All right, so to the ogre. He was looking perfectly still, and he still has his hand to his mouth, and he's like doing the shush, shh. Then he points up at the sky. Does everybody look?
I'm looking.
Yeah, I look. I
I'm
look.
looking.
Okay.
I'm watching him.
You're watching him?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch him too.
All right.
I'm looking straight up.
Everybody who's looking up, make a perception roll.
I ain't see shit.
Yep. Not bad. Alfred, you get a roll too, right? But Obertron, you look up.
What about Harv?
Oh yeah, there's Harv. Gotta do Harv. Gotta do Harv.
Even insects get a turn.
You're so mean. Yeah, he's not paying attention. He's wondering if he could shoot you through the bush and shoot you in the ass. Obert, you like, okay, this guy doesn't have the drop on me. You look up and you see off towards this side of the map, this side direction, which would be kind of like the northeast.
Yep.
But sure, you think it's a bird, but then it's moving too fast. And you got razor eye, like eagle eyes, living out there in the waste. Most of the orcs do. And go ahead and make a wilderness check for me.
Survival?
Wilderness or survival, yeah, I guess.
Nature?
Nature, thank
Oh.
you, nature. Sorry, too many podcasts.
Nature?
Oh boy. Yeah, it's supposed to be nature.
I suck.
Oh, man.
I think it's a meteor.
Yeah, you see something coming straight towards you. He starts backing up as he's pointing, and he let's see. He was pretty good on his stealth last time. Let's see what he gets this time. He's stealthier than most of you guys. He like kind of melds into that underneath that tree there, and he's still pointing up. But a lot of you guys can't see it. Over as you see something coming your direction, you can't tell if it's coming right at you, but something is coming your direction, but you can't fully identify it. It has wings,
Look up,
And-
guys.
and it's green.
Look up. Something's coming this way. I don't know what it is.
All right, so I'm going to pretty much pull us out of initiative. Everybody's going to get one more perception roll to see if you can catch it at its distance. This is the next round. Each round that somebody can't make a decision on what to do will be, could affect the outcome. So we'll move. We'll just pop down. We'll go to Harv, and then we'll just make his roll.
So we're all rolling perception again.
Oh, yep. Harv's like, I don't see anything. And then I'll just move down. Ymir, go ahead and make yours. Nope, you're like, I bet you that ogre's going to run us down. Darius, you're going to have disadvantage because you're hiding in the tree or underneath it. Wow.
Damn.
Well, that's still pretty good. Oh, but you don't have any bonuses to it. You see something? You can make a disadvantaged nature check. It's still kind of obscured because you're hiding, which is good because you're probably not out in the open. Okay. Yeah, you see something big. It's green. It's kind of flying into your direction. Still probably about 5 turns off from you. Jet?
Did the same. Am I
Yeah.
still doing it?
You're also
disadvantage?
getting disadvantage because you're underneath
Okay.
it, yeah. Oh, I forgot I have these master global volumes. Okay. All right, Jet, what did you roll?
11.
11. Okay, still having trouble seeing it. Alfred?
Nope, I'm blind.
Jeez.
Man, you guys are
Wow.
really blowing it. Next one, Crumb. Go ahead and make your perception roll there.
Blinded by the sun.
Oh my god. You now,
Oh,
now, you can move or something too, or do something else, of course.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is because I heard the warning of the thing with wings, so I'm gonna go ahead and move back towards Harv to make sure he doesn't get swooped up by a hawk.
Okay.
Mhm.
Nice. And you pick up your hammer, I assume, on the way over there, right?
Yes.
But you still can't see what everybody, like, a couple people are pointing at. All right, Albridge.
Do I see Jet pushing Harv towards the object?
Not yet. It's not his turn. Who knows what he'll do on his turn?
Boom.
There it is, finally. Okay, you got a really good look at it. Go ahead and take advantage on your wilderness roll for this awesome roll.
Sweet.
You study these type of things at the academy, so go ahead and roll your
Nature.
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 Why am I keep saying that it's wilderness?
I know what it is.
Okay, it's 3 turns out, and it's close enough. It's a dragon. It's a green dragon.
Oh shit. Dragon, guys! Take cover!
Probably shouldn't shout because they have.
Yeah.
Well, you're not sure if they have preternatural hearing or not, but
Oh, I don't care, man. I see a dragon coming, I'm shouting it, man.
Okay, where you-
I don't want my brothers to be taken off guard.
where are you moving to?
I am going to move back here.
Okay, you're not gonna try to get
Like
under
right-
Great.
in the
I'll go
tree.
right here.
Well, that's
Right behind the tree.
Okay, are you gonna try to get in there and take then your action to hide?
Yes, I will.
Go and roll your stealth.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm going with the tree.
Yeah, you're better than the thieves over there. Right? However, like here's dragon. He's like runs over into this bush. Master, you gotta get in here. He's like trying to hide, and he's like yanking on your halberd there, Ymir. Hurry! Hurry! Get in here! Get in here!
Okay.
Yeah, and all you see is like 2 little goblin hands grabbing you, trying to pull you in. You can't see a Harv in the bush at all.
I move into the bush where I'm getting pulled into.
Are you gonna try to identify? Maybe these guys are mistaking like a wyvern.
No, I'm just gonna trust in Harv.
Okay. Darius.
And I'm drawing my sword.
All right. Cool. Shing. What about you, Darius?
I'm gonna hide better. I'm gonna keep hiding. Move a little
Alright.
bit.
Now you hear a dragon. You try to move in and get as much cover as possible.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. I'll give you advantage on that one now. You're not trying to see it. Damn.
Ooh.
It is not your day, man. That loot. Every time you like move
Yeah.
through the tree,
Bang!
green, green. It's like I gotta put that better in my pack. All right, Jetson.
I am gonna hide harder.
All right. Also, go ahead. And try to find. Are you gonna stay in this bush?
It is getting kind of crowded. Everyone getting into my bush, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like having people rooting around in my bush, so yeah, I'll just stay here and hide harder.
All right.
Do I
Don't
get
like bush?
advantage?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage too. Sure, why not?
Well, that's not horrible.
Yeah, it's not horrible. All right. Yeah. Harv is like, Jetson, I can still see you. Valfred, your turn.
All right. We got our full move and everything.
Yeah, you get your full move. I mean, you could try to look up and see, maybe these guys are overreacting quite a bit, or who knows.
No, usually the first thing I want to do when I hear the call of a dragon warning that I'm going to look for cover. So I'm going to run to bush.
All right.
And if I can take my full action, then I will also
Yeah, roll your stealth.
pull
man.
up. Actually, yeah, I guess I do have a good enough stealth to at least try. Yeah, all right.
Not bad. And literally, like, Valfred must have cast an invisibility spell because nobody with their perception roll could see him at this point. All right, Crumb, we're back up to you. Everybody is taking cover, and you're like, where the hell did everybody go? I am now utterly out here by myself.
He's ground zero.
From 0.
Nice knowing you.
Crumb being the brave paladin that he is gonna use his full turn to run all the way and hide in the tree right next to the ogre,
Whoa.
where he feels the safest.
What? Okay.
Wow.
Wasn't ready
And then
for
I'm
that.
doing the shh and pointing up in the air like we're on the same page.
Whoa! Make a persuasion roll on that.
Because he's totally not going to think you're bum rushing him.
Yeah, that bush may be only big enough for one, and you may be going out.
Yeah.
So you run right next to him, and he just like looks over at you and nods, and he's like has his instead of pointing with his big meaty arm at the sky, he just has it slightly up a little bit, and he's pointing over that direction, and he just looks to you and he says, "Food."
And I'm nodding.
So you all hang tight for a few moments, and nobody's have the guts. I assume that you're trying to peep out of your bushes, or you're just trying to stay as hidden as possible.
Oh,
It is
hiding.
possible.
Or is anybody
I-
going to try to stick their head out to see what's going on?
Hell no.
No.
Nobody?
Nope.
No, no guts. Okay.
Nope.
You sit there for a good another minute or two, and then you hear off in the distance. It doesn't seem too far away. And everybody kind of gets that shiver underneath their bones. You've read about them before, but none of you have ever seen one before. And just that horrible sound that it made was kind of terrifying. And you guys all shrink up into your bushes a little bit more. And as you're there, all of a sudden you hear this whooshing sound over the top of you. And you feel all your trees sway, and you're praying that that blast of wind that just flew over the top of you doesn't move the branches out of the way just to blow away any of your cover. And then you hear a couple flapping. And you can kind of feel like the ground around you being buffeted, but only faintly. And then you hear another screech. And then you feel one more big whoosh. And then the next 3 or 4 minutes, even the forest is quiet. There's no animals making noise, no birds chirping, just dead silent. But after about 4 minutes, you can't hear anything. How much longer are you going to stay?
I'd say until we hear something. I'm not moving anywhere till the nature returns to normal.
Yeah, birds. When the
Yeah,
birds and the
birds,
animals
yeah.
start peeping back up.
Okay, good move. Another minute or two later, all of a sudden you start hearing like some wolves in the distance. And slowly, you could start hearing the forest come back alive again. And then stomp, stomp, stomp. And the ogre walks out into the middle by the rock, and he slams his club into the stone, and he's like, "Food!"
He wants food.
Wants food.
I'm gonna step out.
Arv, get over here.
I'm gonna sheathe my sword and step out, and I'm gonna next to him, and I
Oh.
hand him some rations.
Oh. All right. Make your
Is he
persuasion
trying to
roll.
get another pet?
Persuasion? I'm not saying anything. I'm just handing him rations.
Right, but it's more of like
Wind
body
channel.
language.
it's more of like
Oh.
body language or right. So he's like, "Oh, good food." You gave him and Harv's like, "Oh man, that was my cheese." And he's just smiling as he's basically ate 3 days worth of rations of cheese in 2 bites.
We'll get more Harv.
And he's like, "Okay, what do the rest of you guys do actually as this happens?"
I'm gonna tell Harv. I'm like, Harv, remember when you first tasted cheese? Wouldn't you want other creatures to feel that joy?
Okay. Is everybody else
I'm-
coming out of the clearing or no?
I'm
Yeah,
still
I'm not.
hiding.
I'll move.
All right.
I'll
I'm
move
still
and check
hiding.
the sky. I'm gonna take a round to search the sky to see if I can spot it.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception roll.
Nope.
Dang. You're like the most brilliant, unperceptive person I've ever seen. That's okay.
I'll move up to Harv.
I don't speak ogre. I don't think. Nope.
Nope.
I will try a. I might
Anybody?
roll the dice. I might roll the dice here, and
Nope.
Nope.
I think I'm gonna try and say something in orc. And I'm gonna say, do you want me to write it out?
If you want, sure.
And I say that in the friendliest tone as possible.
Also make a persuasion check.
Oh boy, that's not good.
All right. Well, not horrible. You know, because you rolled really dope the last time, and he just doesn't seem to quite fully understand what you're saying. It appears that he's like looks more confused than anything.
Well, he doesn't speak orc, guys. Anyone else speak any language?
Food, shiny, save, you, or you food. He says
Oh.
to you, Ymir.
He
Did we
wants-
lose? Did we lose Crumb?
Nope.
It sounds like he just wants some compensation for saving us.
So maybe we can hunt an animal for him. Anybody
Well,
can
he
find
said
something?
he said shiny. I'm assuming he wants like either some currency or whatever.
Let's hunt him an
Trinkets.
animal.
I'm not coming
Let
out
some
of my
people
bush. I'm gonna get ready to put an
Alright,
arrow between its eyes.
I will dole out some money. Just gotta see how much I've got here on me. I give him a gold piece.
No, shiny.
Yeah. Would you want more food?
Give him a bunch of coppers.
Food. Okay, so I'm assuming, Obridge, that you're either shouting that from your position or you've moved up.
I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So-
shout that over.
But you literally don't have, you don't have any stealth action going on because you're out
I do have 5 gems on me, so I'm gonna toss a gem in with the gold piece.
there. He scoops them up and he looks totally happy. Shiny cheese.
Hey,
Harv's like,
uh,
no cheese. No cheese. Jeez.
I don't have any more cheese, and I'm winking at Harv. Hopefully he can pick up on that.
Jeez, says the ogre.
Anybody have any cheese?
Sadly, I do not.
And part of your rations probably is cheese, It's one of the more possible keepable things while you're traveled. It's not just like hard biscuits and apples and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I love cheese, and that would have been the first thing eaten.
I yelled at Crumb.
You guys haven't even been out of town for a day yet. I mean,
I
you,
love
I
you were
yelled at
stopping
Crumb.
for lunch. Huh?
yell to Crumb and I say, "Man, do you have maybe 1 or 2 more rations you could provide our friend here?"
And I kind of come over, and then I give him a couple rations. I have a total of 1 day's worth.
You got
So I got
10.
4 pounds.
You guys have 10 days worth.
Okay.
Right. So
So, yeah,
basically,
just
if you
about.
take 1 day's worth of rations, which would be 2 days of your cheese, right? That's basically what I'm kind of thinking at. So,
So I
you,
give him that.
yeah. So total, you guys have given him of probably 4 days worth of rations. So you basically stole like 8 days worth of cheese, 4 from each of you. You know, which is kind of a bummer, but you know, hey, maybe you can hunt. Oh, that's right, you don't have a ranger. Okay, he says, and he steps away because he sees y'all kind of encircling him there, and he eats the cheese. He's like, points his club at each one of you. No food. Good. Jorg. He points at himself, beats his club on his chest.
Thank you, Jorg. Thank
Oh.
you for your assistance.
Fly. Doom. And he says, west. Or he points west back in the direction that you guys came from. Kind of like northwest, kind of like not directly over Feldalen, but kind of like more back on the other map, kind of in the direction of the, kind of like the bridge. If you cross north over the mountains where Feldalen is.
Are you
Okay.
alone?
Ah, no. Brothers. East.
Will your brothers be a problem for us if we encounter them by accident?
No. I give them shiny.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
he starts walking that direction. Okay. And then he walks off. And basically, you guys get the equivalent of destroying an ogre without killing him. Plus, everybody gets 1 RP point for being in character. And then Crumb and Ymir both take an additional RP point for just having some serious balls and getting that close. But one day I'm going to trick you guys, and the thing is just going to fucking lay waste to you. You know that, right?
Bring it on.
But yeah.
So, have any of us heard that there might be a dragon in the area? Either overheard, previous knowledge, talking to anyone?
No, that's pretty much good news. That's news to you guys. So definitely you want to jot that down in your adventure journal.
According to Jorg, he came in. He's flying to the northwest, so it would be north of Fandalen.
Right. So it looks like you guys are right here, and you can see the line I just drew. That's kind of like the trajectory that he pointed, and not at the town. But Jorg just kind of walks off, and
Are we going east as well?
Yeah, actually, you were kind of. He's going like kind of like due east, and you guys were going northeast.
We're going west, yeah.
No, you're going east.
Or yeah, sorry, yeah, we are going
Yeah,
east.
you guys going northeast, kind of north, or kind of like northeast
Right.
east, and he's kind of like going down this way. So he's not going to Conanberry. All right, well, cool.
That was weird.
I give Harv another one of my rations. Like, here's your cheese.
All right.
And don't
Okay.
forget, Harv, you've got your own rations too, Harv.
Ah, that's right. But I like eating your cheese.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
All right, so you guys get back on the road, and you travel for another, the rest of the day, and it doesn't seem like that there's any problems. And
Can I do something during that travel time?
like what?
Like, I want to start talking to Harv about my my deity and explaining who Saint Augustine is and stuff like that.
All
See
right.
if he kind of warms up to it.
Your deity give you cheese?
Yeah, he's listening. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Mm.
Great.
Ah, very powerful. And he just compliments you the whole time. Seems like he's trying to pay attention, but he's also trying to track for you guys too. So.
Oh, I won't.
Yeah, no, but he's interested. Anytime you say anything to him, he's like always perking up and listening. Okay, you guys could make it to the road, or you could kind of force your way to keep going a little bit farther to get into the forest for more cover, or you could try to find,
I'd say we stay off the road.
or you
Yeah, I
could,
think
or you
that-
guys
that-
could look for like maybe there was a caravan stopping point on the road.
I'd say
Yeah.
we stay off the road if possible, based on the advice we got.
Okay.
That and with the dragon, God forbid we need to hide again. I don't think being in an open road would be any use.
Yep, sounds good.
Alrighty then. All right, so you guys make it in to the road, and the sun is already starting to set over the mountains there that are to the west where Fandalin is, and it's starting to get dark. To get good clear off the road, you're gonna march an extra hour into the darkness into the forest.
Darius is the one who can't see, so
Well, he has his lantern, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many
I
oil
can
flasks
help
do you
him
have,
out that
Darius?
hard.
Oh boy, how many? I got 2 pounds worth.
2 pounds of oil flasks?
That's what it says.
I didn't know oil flasks came in pounds. There's no number on.
It's 2. It's 1 pound. I got 2 of them, 1 pound each.
Okay,
So.
and each one lasts 8 hours. So, and then you had a full one in. I would say that you probably didn't use it all. You probably used about an hour when you were in the hideout because a lot of it did have torches and stuff.
Mhm.
Just you guys came into the crevice where it was. They mostly just kept that dark because that crazy creature there liked it that way. So you burn another hour and a half, 2 hours. So just keep track. 2 hours of
Or actually,
oil.
no, I would cast dark vision on
You have a
Darius.
spell, dark vision.
you.
Sweet.
You do.
I took it specifically for him because
Yeah.
I knew that having a light source at some point, especially when we're trying to be sneaky, may be a detriment if he's actually carrying around a light source on us. So I would tell him to not light his lantern, and I will cast dark.
Holy crap! You did take dark
Hey.
vision.
Wow, this is cool.
Holy shitter! That thing lasts 8 hours.
Wow.
See if that comes up.
Here, I'll
Oh.
cast it. I can, for some reason, I can cast to the VTT now. So there you go.
Bring you into a dungeon.
Oh, there he goes. Wow. Talk about a friend who's looking out for you, huh?
Does that make my eyes glow a little blue because it's magic blue?
It does actually. Your pupils
Wow.
glow, go
Cool.
kind of a little creepy blue there.
Yeah.
And then
So the mobs can see you easier.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, because you have your, I think your wand is your arcanic, item, right? You use a staff, so you don't. As long as if you have a staff that's been sculpted with magic, and the glass staff actually works the same. Also, it is an arcane focus, and when you bond it to it, you can use the glass staff as your arcane focus now.
Oh, right on.
And so yeah, you kind of just point the glass staff at him, or touch him on the head. Yeah, you kind of like do a light touch on his forehead as it's getting dark, and then boom, 8 hours, man. So you don't burn any oil.
Cool.
Nope. And we can travel at night without fear of being seen by a light source.
Fantastic. Okay. Awesome. So you guys make it off into there, and then I'm assuming you guys are going to set up some watches. So let me see. What do I have?
I'll
Every
take
time-
first watch.
That's okay. Let's try this one. Activate we've used this one before. So I don't want to use that one since we used that one before. Let's see. Is there any difference? Let's try this one. Yeah, one's kind of different, I guess. All right, so let me put all your good bodies out there. Let me get rid of this. And do that. And boom. Oops, and there's some people here that we don't need. Don't need him. Don't need him. And I think that's everybody else. Whoops. And I gotta do that. Move you guys down into here. And see if I can right click on Darius and let's see if I can. Oop. How's that, Darius? Can you see at night now? And we need to change the lighting to darkness.
Cool.
Creepy.
I don't see anything.
You don't see anything?
Nope.
Not got darker, except close by. Everything got black and white.
I have a big black box.
Really?
I don't see a thing. Maybe you want
I
me to
can see
refresh?
good.
I can see well. In the dark.
Do you want me to refresh?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it should be kind of dark and muted at the
No,
side.
it's. I've got the map. What the map should be, it's just black. Like I don't see a thing. Relogging.
Let's see. It says you have dark vision. Token. Vision. And then let's see. Then you guys have somebody want to go gather some firewood and try to hunt. Maybe Ober's-Gran has those skills since he was professing to do that for the ogre.
Sure, I'll give it a shot. I don't mind.
Okay, go
See
for
what
it.
happens. Right. Make a survival.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Do we really want to have a fire if there's a
Uh-oh.
dragon flying around?
Hope you guys got some rations.
Now
I ate all my
nothing-
cheese.
Nothing's coming up.
All I got left is chocolate.
What? Says Harv. Chocolate. That's better than cheese. Okay, I don't know if I'm doing any of this right. Does everybody see pretty good then, or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me at least.
Yep,
Okay.
see good.
But it does feel like it's nighttime.
Yeah, it's dark and muted.
Nope, I see now.
So does refresh fix it?
Yeah, refresh fixed it. I'm just gonna run a test roll real quick.
Okay, sweet.
There we go. All right, I'm linked up.
Nice. Okay, so starting. Who said they were going to take the first watch?
I'll take
From I thought.
Or yep.
Yep.
So Crumb, put
Darius
yourself
should probably do it while he still has night vision.
on the left side and the map, and everybody lined up for behind Crom. Oops, I'm just dropping lights everywhere now. All right, so there's Crom. Move to put your positions to the right in order that you're going to either group up or that you're going to Sure, are you guys gonna do 2 a shift, I assume?
Do
Yeah. I guess I'll watch with Crumb then. Harv's probably going with his
Yeah, me and
master.
me and Harv can do whatever's left. I'll pick up the end.
Uh-oh.
Something happened. Oh, there we go.
You guys hear music?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just like something that was on my list. Oh, I can sync people's sound now.
There you go.
Okay, so... Alright, so... Whoop. Wait, where does Crumb go?
Crumb's up, but he's up front.
Okay, so... it's those two. Darius
Yeah.
and... Okay, I see how you guys got it now. Alright,
No.
The two
so...
squishies next. In the deep of night.
You wanna swap, Belford? I'll watch with Darius.
Sure.
That way you can be with the brick. Okay.
My character's not moving. AWSD. Nope.
All right. So Balford and Crumb are standing the first watch. I'm standing watch with Darius.
Sorry.
Okay.
My guy.
All right. Harv comes back as you guys are setting up camp with like 2 little rabbits, and it looked like some turnips he found somewhere. And he kind of like dumps them into a sack, onto the ground. He's like, well, somebody's a good cook. Well, I got some rabbits and some turnips.
Can anybody cook?
Well done, Harv.
Survival.
I mean, it's a survival check, right?
That's why I brought rations so that I wouldn't have to cook.
I will cook the food that Harv made. Is that a survival check?
So normally, like if you took the cooking utensils, like item like on your background, then you basically would allow you to do cooking with your proficiency bonus. And then you could try to, explain to me like what if you don't have that skill or it's not like figured out, like, well, my family was a bunch of cooks and they made me cook, but I hated it, so I ran off and joined the circus instead. I mean, if it's part of your background, you could try to, wean me over for it. If not, then you pick either probably dexterity, intelligence, or wisdom, and you tell me like either you're cooking the food because you're very skilled at precision cutting, or you're cooking the food because you
I'll
can.
do a wisdom roll reflecting back on my survival classes and cooking in the wild.
All right, okay, that's good. So you can roll the straight up survival then, if you're gonna campfire cooking. It's not like awesome cuisine, so
14's
yeah, it's good. So you're able to mash up some of the rations, which kind of helps after you gave away some of the tastier bits of your rations to the ogre. And you make a good, like rabbit stew with some turnips, and you take some of your hardtack and your biscuits and throw it all in there, and some salt, and make some mushy goodness. It's pretty good. Harv likes it. He's eating 2 bowls. All right, is anybody gonna want to have anything preset throughout the night, or just we're gonna roll through and everybody's gonna get a good night's rest, or what?
Yeah. It's giving me a chance to reorganize some of my spells too.
All right, we're going through the first watch. Here we go. Looks like Crom and Valfred have no issues. So. All right. So I'm gonna arrange you guys. How you guys?
Uh-oh.
You guys like bed rolling it out, or everybody have like bed rolls and all that stuff? And
Yep, bedroll.
right, anybody buy a tent or anything crazy like that? And has a tent put up?
No.
Heck
I
no.
don't think so.
Orcs don't sleep in tents.
All right. And then I kind of assume, but or not, that you guys had like, had like, I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna put it down here anyways. Ooh,
Is it cold enough to warrant a? Well, I guess if we're cooking, unless someone's eating raw rabbit, we'd have to have a fire.
yeah, nobody's eating raw rabbit. I don't know. Well, actually, maybe it tastes like sushi, right?
Mmm, rabbit tartare.
Yeah. I've been known to eat rare animal flesh before.
I cooked the rabbit.
But Ymir made a really nice dinner, right? So he did have a fire going. Go ahead and arrange yourselves like how you're sleeping, and then Jet and Darius, like how where are you guys hanging out? You guys sitting up on? And these are elevations. These areas here,
Right.
Yeah, I'd be up here somewhere.
you know, or are you in a tree? You know, are you hanging out talking together? You
Yeah,
know,
there.
telling stories and nipping a little bit of somebody's brandy reserve. What's what are you guys doing, man?
Don't fall for it, man.
Just walking
Don't
around.
fall for it.
Yeah, we're probably just hanging out talking, not doing anything. I can't get up close by him.
You gotta go around. Here, I'll move.
Yeah, go around
Yeah,
it.
I was trying to, but it wasn't. All right, there it goes.
And remember, you know, using the arrow keys also makes it pretty good for you too, right?
Yeah, it just doesn't. Well, now it's not letting me. Oh, that is weird.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me move earlier, and then all of a sudden it did. So
Yeah. So, yeah, we're just hanging out, watching everybody sleeping around the fire.
Okay, and since you're on an elevation, you can see everybody, but you know, they probably can't see you, just so you know. All right, so then the rest of you guys go ahead and arrange yourselves around the fire how you want to be. Everybody happy with where they're at and all that stuff?
Yep.
Alfred, you gonna go sleep off by yourself like that? Away from the nice warm fire?
only 10 feet away. Didn't want to roll into it.
Mmm.
All right. Sorry, just a little something on the back end. All right, just gotta fix something real quick. Sorry, guys, it kind of messed up for me. All right, why don't you guys go ahead and make perception rolls for me? Two wonderful gentlemen that are on watch.
Ooh,
See Jet? Ooh, nice. All right, so off to your right, Darius, you hear a bunch of branches break.
I nudge Jet, point over to my right.
Boom. Okay. I'm gonna look over the direction he was pointing and pull out my bow and arrow.
I'll knock an arrow too.
All right, so you both look over in that direction and you see what you see.
Okay, let's sneak over there.
Okay, I'll follow you.
I'm gonna move you guys in initiative, just
All right.
just so you know you guys won't fight over it.
You want us to go ahead and roll?
Hold on a second. I'm trying to see. Okay, yeah, I think I can figure this out. All right. All right, so you guys are in an initiative tracker by yourself.
Do we need to roll?
Yeah, so highlight your token and roll. Nice. That was a 16 for Jet. And
Jet got an 18.
oh, Jet got an 18. My bad. All right.
Yeah, 16.
All right. So so I just want to do that to see who was a little bit faster, who would like go. So it looks like Jet, you can lead the way. It looks like you're moving. So go ahead and move your 6 and tell me what you're doing.
Let's see. Darius heard the thing. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna hide and wait here and let Darius, because Darius heard it. I didn't hear it and just saw him point. So I'm gonna wait for him, and I'm gonna. Yeah, so I'm just gonna hide and hold an action to put an arrow in anything that I see comes after Darius.
Yeah.
So let me make my stealth check. Nope.
Well, you think you're hiding perfectly good. All right, Darius, like cautiously, Jet readies up his bow, and he just looks at you like, "Okay, where did you hear the noise from?" And
Actually, it was
you heard it over
my-
here, that direction.
of where?
See my
Over
ping?
there? Okay.
It
Alright,
came
I'll
from
go
over here
this way.
somewhere.
Oh, I can't move through this bush. It's too thick. Oh, there we go.
You're right. So I mean, a lot of these things have walls, and because you're players, so move your complement of movement and tell me.
That was 1, 2. I think that's about it. 5.
Right. Yeah, it was because you're a halfling. You were able to squeeze between that tree and not fall off the ridge there. And once again, those brown things are not Lincoln logs; they are elevations.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I
So
thought they were dragon poop.
and remember, if you're gonna stealth, it's half your movement.
Okay.
So
Well,
you're
that
gonna-
was. Yeah, that's half right there, right?
Okay, so yeah, you did 3, and then you're gonna stealth.
Man.
You know, the weirdest thing is you're not the most sneakiest. Of
No, I'm not. I'm not a stealthy
you know,
guy.
you know. I know it's such a trope, right? It's like
Yeah.
you know, it's like racial profiling. Shame on me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least he's not known to be good in math.
Yeah.
All right, so you move there. You think you're pretty stealthy, right?
Mhm.
And what's your are you making a full perception roll,
Sure.
or are you gonna like have your arrow ready out and see if you casually see something? How badly
Well-
do you want to scope the area?
Oh, I want to scope it. Yeah.
What the hell?
I'll try. 19.
Okay. I gotta fix something here really quick because if I actually let it happen, I'll be a laughing stock. Of course, you could always
Oh.
watch the stream later and realize what the hell happened because I don't even know what happened here. What happened here? Ah! Was it broken? That's really weird. Oh, boy. Ay, 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 okay. Um... Sorry, guys. I'll just tell you what I did wrong, or the what the it did. It took the barmaid and somehow imposed the barmaid that's out here, and that's you're
Oh.
not. Yeah, she did not come out here all this way to follow you guys, to ask for a date or something like that. So that
That's good service.
that's hey, I bought you guys a pitcher of ale. I had to run like for 8 hours. You better give me a good tip, right? Yeah, right. That is service, huh? Let me fix this really quick though. Blah blah blah. Nope. There and come on, man. There and there and why not? Let me get in here. There and okay, and then let's do that. And I apologize to the masses out there because I totally pooched this one up. Or at least my Foundry VTT did, and now I'm just trying to fix it. And I'm just all over the place. There we go. Oh, thank God. Okay. Much better. Okay, all right. So sorry, Darius. And so you were going to look, right? And you rolled really awesome. Yep, there we go. Okay, well, you don't necessarily. You hear this, and you hear, fairly loud. You hear, "You stupid idiot! If you make that much noise, they're gonna hear you." And with your night vision still on, but you have your dark vision still on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if is that working for you? Does that appear to be working?
Yeah.
That's right. And then he's gonna make this roll. Holy shit! All right. Do you see what you see now?
Yep.
All right, so that's what you see.
All right, I'll start shouting. Alarm! Alarm! Everybody up!
Okay, so boom. Actually, I just need to do this, and then I just need that, and I need to do this. And then if I go to here, it should just add those guys there. And if I do that, and do that, we'll just go ahead and start combat, and then we'll add people as we go through the round. All right, so Darius, so Jetsam, though you can't see what Darius's Or actually,
I
maybe
can,
you can.
actually. Yeah,
You
I could see
actually
him.
Can't. You're a half elf,
I-
right?
Yes.
Oh, those blessed half elves with their beautiful starlight vision. From up there, you see a couple of creatures come down around that embankment, and they were kind of arguing. But then they had weapons out, but then they hear Darius shout, and they immediately zero in on his position since he shouted, which was a pretty brave thing to do. Go ahead and just what was your stealth roll from earlier?
It was 6. No, that was initiative. Oh, it was only 7.
All right, they still don't seem to notice you. You know, they rolled really bad on their stealth roll, and 7 you said on it on your stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't seem to notice you, but you can see them.
I am going to. Are they holding weapons? Are they just walking?
No, they're holding weapons.
I am going to stay where I am, hold my action, and when one of them makes an aggressive move towards Darius or towards the campsite, I'll hit him with an arrow.
Okay. Do you want to make
Let me try and hide.
wilderness or a nature roll
Yeah,
to see
let
if
me
you know
make
what they are?
Yeah, let me make a nature check and see if I can figure out what they are. Nope.
They could be orcs. They could be hobgoblins. They could be shanties. They're humanoid creatures wearing some type of medium to heavy armor with weapons out. But their voices sound a little bit too gruff, unless they're all,
And they're
humans,
speaking in common?
humans with throat cancer.
Are they? But they're speaking in common to each other?
Let's see. I think
Because
they
I speak orc, so if they're speaking orc, I would recognize them as
right.
speaking orc. But if it's not, then I wouldn't.
Actually, you're right. They do have a specific language that they're speaking in. So I kind of blew it, but what is it? Oh, you can make an intelligence roll.
I see. Those are saves. I don't want to save.
All right,
Whoa!
they're speaking Goblin, and you've been listening enough to Harv, like that's been kind of cursing you out, that you get an idea. You like hear you, two, noise, or 3 words you pick out with that natural 20, and they're
Okay.
goblins. It's in Goblin, which orcs don't normally speak Goblin.
Right. So I'm going to just hold my action. When one of them makes an aggressive move, I'm going to drill them.
Right on, Darius, your turn.
All right, I'm going to run this way so I can alert everybody. 2, 3, 4, 5. I run back in the camp and I say, "We've got humanoids, armed humanoids coming in from the northeast." I point that way.
All right, Obertgran, make me a Constitution check.
Alrighty.
All right, you hear Darius shouting at you, and you hear humanoids coming, and so you'll be able to act in the next round. Ymir,
Sweet.
make a Constitution check. I will make one for Harv.
Saving throw or just straight up Constitution roll?
It's a straight up just Constitution roll, not saving throw.
Oh boy. I'm sucking.
Oh.
All right, so Ymir, you're sleeping, And Harv is waking up. What? Humanoids? And he's getting up. Crumb, I could need you to make a Constitution check. Harv will be able to act next round. Ymir, you are still sleeping. I'm sorry, Crumb. Not bad. Crumb, you wake up immediately out of your sleep and you look around and hear that you're under attack. Now, the problem is guys in heavy armor, you really can't sleep well in your heavy armor. You guys know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I could say that if you wanted to try to take a point of exhaustion or make a con saving throw because you're in the danger of the forest, you got to try to have been sleeping with your armor. You'll have to make a con saving throw at a pretty high DC not to get a level of exhaustion if you slept in your armor. But
Or they could just be sleeping in their padded surcoat or whatever.
Yeah, they could, but you know,
Use
so
1 point armor.
maybe. But so I'm just giving them the choice now that, and I didn't make the mention of it before. That's why I'm kind of giving them the choice to either, you know, possibly take the penalty now or not. When you're on your watch, you're assumed that you are armored up, but when you're not on your
penalty cost?
well, the penalty is that if you sleep in your armor, if you don't make a con saving throw of my choice after the battle, you can get a level of exhaustion. And the way the way exhaustion works is that you need to get like 8 hours rest to erase a point of exhaustion. First level doesn't really do too much. Second level gives you disadvantage on all skill checks, and third level is disadvantage on like half movement and disadvantage on your attack and everything. And then like fifth level of exhaustion, you die. You know, but
Got it.
you know, basically that would be like 5 days straight going through a desert with no food, wearing your armor and trying to sleep.
And how long does it take once you're in? How long does it take to put your armor on, or is it like you don't have it once you're in?
It would take you too long. Putting on your armor takes at least a couple minutes, and each combat round is 6 seconds. So,
Okay.
but you know,
I'll go ahead and roll for what am I rolling?
well, you'll roll that afterwards. You know, after the combat. So, Ymir, what's your choice? In armor or not?
I'm gonna be in. So I'm gonna take a point of exhaustion.
Well, you'll roll. You'll make a con check later. So, all right. So, you know, I figured you'd just be like the crazy, like, you know, barbarian warrior and just running there naked, right? Yeah? Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So, Crumb, you're up, and Valford, why don't you go ahead and make a roll for me? Constitution check.
Constitution? All right. Oh.
Yeah, you know, it's just the rhythmic snoring of Ymir is just, it's like soothing to you, you know, and
It is.
you've blocked it out so much that you're not even hearing Darius's high-pitched yells of danger coming. All right, Crumb, I'm adding you straight to the combat now. And let's see, depending upon where you're at the initiative.
Try rolling initiative.
So make sure that you click on yourself and then roll your initiative. No, it works out perfect. Okay, so you're like, what? All right, and you start getting up, you grab your hammer, and, you know, trying to, like, get your bearings, but it's not your initiative yet. And Valfrid, you're still asleep. Okay, so we're going to do one round, or maybe 2 rounds. Dave, is that cool?
We're at 10. Yeah, Scott, he's got to get up early, right?
I do. Yeah, I got
Okay, or we could end it right here at the cliffhanger.
cliffhanger's good.
All right.
Great.
So, all right, so we're going to set this up as a cliffhanger, and thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for joining us here in the den as we all kind of hang out and have fun, play D&D, and look out for some horrible goblin-esque creatures next week. And I'm full of OBS tonight.